Hey gang, I'm trying something new and exciting this week. I'm focusing my glasses so they don't look goofy. All right, there you go. In addition to telling you what you need to be doing this week in our weekly reminders, I'm also going to show you a PowerPoint that's located in the content section for week number 6 under the activities, so that you can print it out if you'd like to. But as I said, I'm going to share the screen so that you got a visual of what it is that you got to do. I think that map probably makes a lot more sense than me just talking about it. So let's go real quick to the screen and let's share and let's start this and let's swap that, and now you should be seeing just that one slide with no preliminary indication as to what's coming next. Current issues in human resources, week number 6. We are starting to hit the 1/3 point. At the end of this week, we will be through 6 out of about 18, which means about 1/3 of the way done. Hopefully you're enjoying the class, you're thinking about things that you hadn't really thought about before, and you're starting to say, you know what, these HR people that I'm going to be in another year or two really have to consider a lot of things. And it's not always logical, it's not always what is instinctive to me, but I'm learning how to think in terms of what other people need. That's a big part of what we're trying to do here. So let's look at what it is we're trying to do. You're certainly going to finish up reading all of the discussion posts on Discussion 5, Social Media by Employees. Remember that reading all of those things is worth 3 points on your overall grade there. Most of you are doing pretty well on that. If you're still finding that you think you're reading them but you're not getting credit for it, let me know. But finish reading the posts on Discussion 5 and go ahead and make sure that you've submitted the professional paper if you haven't already done that, because at this point you already should be really thinking towards the issue paper, which comes up next. Exactly. Continue working on that, or start working on that. Perhaps the issue paper is going to be due in about a month or so. I don't have the date handy, but you can find that out by going into the assessments and the assignments part of the class here. So finish working on those 3 things, or finish working on the 2 things and continue working on the 3rd thing. New for this week, we got a brand new topic. It's going to be racial discrimination. You want to make sure that you go into the discussion board and find the overview and read that, and then go look at the articles. And we want to look at this. This doesn't need to be a George Floyd or Black Lives Matter or anything like that. Really, it is looking at discrimination specifically in terms of race from the HR perspective. What is we want to have discussions about what does HR do to make sure that we control this, that we don't get accused of this certainly, but that we're proactively doing things to be a model for the folks around us. And that's kind of the focus we're looking for as we talk about racial discrimination. So read those things, start to develop your thoughts on your initial post, and then make sure that you've posted that by Tuesday night for full credit. Discussion number 6. From a team perspective, I want to do this each week. If you happen to be on team number 3, that's Fowler, Ramos, Santiago, Soto, and Watson, you want to make sure that you have submitted your team lead 1 Dropbox by Tuesday night. But you don't have to submit the topic recap 5. As a reminder, topic recap 5 is built into the Team Lead 1 Dropbox. Team Lead 1 Dropbox being all of the URLs and titles of your articles, your overview, and your discussion questions as parts 1 through 3. Then part 4 is your topic recap. And then part number 5, you're going to give me the names of all 4 people in your group, and then something about what they did during the research week and during the discussion week to kind of share with me how you feel they did their part or why they didn't. So you're going to submit the Team Lead 1 Dropbox, but you're not going to submit the Topic Recap 5 Dropbox. If you happen to be in team number 4, which is Hall, Mulaney, Sahanik, I think I pronounced that wrong every time, and Weathers, you did your research last week and you want to get active in the discussion board and make sure that you do submit Topic Recap 5 from last week's topic. Reminders as far as the discussion board for team number 4, early in the week you got to post something saying I'm in the team lead and submit. You don't want to post your 170 word post like you normally would, because you don't want to steer the direction. You want to watch what other people are reading. So you're going to log in, if you're team 4, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, and read what everybody else is saying. You want to make sure that you make your first 80 to 100 word follow-up post on Sunday, Monday, or Tuesday. That is the equivalent of your introductory post, your big 180-word post. Sunday, Monday, or Tuesday, reply to somebody. And then during the week, reply to 6 in all on different days. So Team 4, be active in your discussion board. Submit your topic recap 5 from last week by Tuesday. If you happen to be in team number 5, that's Carter, Felker, Fowler, and Hall, you want to make sure that you are researching the topic that you're going to be leading next week, and that you have somebody give me all of that stuff by Wednesday night for full credit. Also, make sure you submit your topic recap number 5 if you weren't also part of team number 3. That's got to be by Tuesday. And then if you're team number 6, Middlebrooks, Moon, Milani, and Ramos Santiago. Should have had a space before Ramos. Oh boy, I messed that up. I hate it when I make stupid mistakes. If you're on that team, you want to go ahead and start thinking about what your topic is going to be following the Team 5 discussion. So you're thinking a couple of weeks out. The next week, Team 6, you're going to start doing your research. But this week, just figure out what your topic is and make sure that you're submitting Topic Recap 5 again. That's all of the stuff for this week. Hopefully that PowerPoint made it a little easier to figure out what it is you need to be doing. You can print that. You can put it up on your wall. You can cross it off as you do it. But we're getting into a routine. Hope you're enjoying the class. The topics are interesting. It's always interesting to me to see who chooses what topic. And, there's more topics than we have weeks, so which topics don't get selected? Got a couple of good ones, a great one last week. We're going to have a good one this week. Another good one next week, I think, has already been prepared. And I'm looking forward to see how the semester develops. Remember that the goal for this is to look at these issues and think like HR thinks. You got to be able to think like management thinks, and you got to be able to think like the employees think. And it may be different from how you think. Be able to bridge the gap between the two. Be able to provide solutions. One thing we haven't really done yet that I want you to start doing as we talk about these things, not only HR, do you have to be able to give guidance and counsel to senior management, but you got to be able to think about the logistics of how to do this thing. So it might mean we have to create a policy. How would you do that? What would the policy look like? It may be that you have to make a proposal of expenses, some sort of a budget. What would be in that budget? How would you defend it? How would you define it? Those are the things we want to be thinking about alongside the discussion that we're having. If you're doing that already, you're in great position and you're going to be really successful as an HR person. That's it for now. I'll talk to you again at the beginning of week number 7.